Hello, everyone, and welcome to our course, Ethnic Studies 2108, Intro to Chicanx Latinx Studies. I will be an instructor for this semester. And in this video, I'm going to go over the syllabus and our Canvas page to make sure that we're all starting on the right foot at the beginning of the semester. In the top part of the syllabus, you will find my contact information. This is important to note because the email address is through which you will most often communicate with me. So it's important to make note of that. It's also important to make note that there's an 8 in the middle. If you only email to elizabeth.garcia, I will not receive the email. Then you have a brief description of what this course is about. It's really about introducing you to the fields of Latinx studies and what are the areas that we cover. I also include a diversity statement in many of my syllabi that just tells you that I'm committed to an inclusive classroom. But of course, if there is anything that I can do to improve the effectiveness of the course for you personally or for other students or student groups, please email me. We also have the course goals and learning objectives for the class. I will not be reading everything in the syllabus. It's a lengthy syllabus. Your first assignment is a syllabus quiz, so it's up to you to read the syllabus in detail. And so, as I said, here are the goals and the learning outcomes for this class and why it's important to take these types of courses, not just for learning the content as members of a diverse global world, but also in your future career plans where employers are requiring more and more that their employees have a familiarity with different diversity issues. The next section talks about my teaching philosophy, what my approach is to teaching, and also information about my background. This is my way of trying to make up for the fact that this is an online course and we really don't get to know each other the way we would if we were in an in-person class. So this gives you a little bit of information about who I am, that hopefully makes it a little bit easier for you to feel like you can approach me and you know me a little bit. On my spare time, I enjoy spending time with my Labradoodle Basil, who you may hear from time to time in the background in some of these recordings, for which I apologize in advance, and playing in my craft room where I make handmade greeting cards. The online elements of this course section goes over what this looks like online. As you know, this course is online, so everything happens on our Canvas page. Each week will have its own module in the Canvas page, and will include a week introduction, a lecture video, discussion posts, and supplemental video clips. Any additional assignments will also appear on the module that they are due. The weekly introduction page is a good place to begin because I include any announcements as well as what your to-dos are for that particular week. This week begins on Tuesday mornings and ends on Monday evenings, which means Tuesday mornings is when I post the next module. And all assignments that are due that week are due the following Monday evening. This is to give you the weekend time to do your assignments. It's extremely important that you keep pace with the readings and assignments for each week so that you don't fall behind. You need to make sure to look at the module each week and what the due dates are. Make sure to turn on notifications on Canvas so that you don't miss out on anything. I will hold office hours via Zoom by appointment. So if you'd like to meet with me about anything, please just email me and I'm happy to meet with you. Just let me know what time, what days and times you're available. All communication from me will come to your university email address, so make sure that you check that particular email regularly. While I do my best to communicate all instructions and expectations of the course via email, Canvas announcements, and instructions for assignments, it is the student's responsibility to make sure that you're keeping up with the due dates for all assignments of the course and that you understand what is expected of you for all assignments. So make sure to read all emails, announcements, and instructions carefully. Make sure to know the due dates for all assignments and keep them in your calendar. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. Time management is essential for this course. If managing your time is a challenge for you, please refer to the time management resources that I've made available on Canvas. Here's a list of all the assignments that you'll have throughout the semester and their point value. In terms of extra credit, throughout the semester, you will have 2 opportunities to submit extra credits. They could be based on an event on campus or off campus, watching films, analyzing supplemental materials. Each opportunity will be worth five points. So you can earn a maximum of 10 points to be added to your final points. In order to earn the extra credit, you need to submit a 1-page summary about the event or film or anything else that you did as extra credit. These should be uploaded to Canvas under the extra credit assignments by the last day of class. No extensions will be provided for extra credit assignments. There is listed the grading rubric for the class. And then the next section, there's the various descriptions of the assignments. So the first assignment is a syllabus quiz, which require you to read the syllabus carefully and answer a true-false quiz on Canvas. Excuse me. The next assignments are introductory papers. The first part requires you to write a 2-page paper responding to the part 1 prompt that you see listed there. The second part of the assignment isn't due until the end of the semester, where you are asked to go back and look at the first part of the assignment and reflect on what you've learned throughout the semester. There are listed the due dates for each of those. Each week, you will also have discussion posts. These are a way to have class discussion, essentially, based on the readings and materials for each week. So every week you will need to respond to a discussion post, and you will also need to respond to another student's post as well. These discussions are meant to reflect on the course content. You're expected to provide thoughtful responses demonstrating that you have engaged fully with the week's materials. Your posting should be at least 150 words, and your responses to other students should be more extensive than just, "I agree with you." You will earn 10 points for each of these. And the grade is based on demonstrating that you have engaged with the course content and you have provided a thoughtful response. The letter assignment, this is an assignment that's due later in the semester. For this assignment, you will write a letter to someone of your choosing discussing what you have learned in the first half of the semester. You should be intentional in choosing who to address this letter to. Along with your letter, you will add a reflection page discussing who you've chosen to address the letter to and what your goal is in addressing this particular letter content to that individual. What do you hope they take away from this letter if they were ever to read it? The letter should be 3 to 4 pages long. The reflection page should just be 1 page long, which means that the total for the entire assignment should be 4 to 5 pages. This assignment will be due April 1st. You also have 2 portfolios. You will have 2 portfolio assignments. For each assignment, you will be giving a list of 10 prompts to choose from. You will choose 5 prompts to respond to. Each response should be 1 to 2 pages in length. So the completed portfolio should be between 5 and 10 pages. Portfolio 1 will be due February 26th. Portfolio 2 will be due during finals week. The next section covers course policies. The late work and extensions policy is covered here in detail. Discussions posts cannot be turned in late unless you have an extenuating circumstance, in which case you should make sure to email me and we can figure that out. In terms of extensions, you have 2 OOPS tokens, which you can use to receive an extension on your assignments. These cannot be used for weekly discussion or for the final portfolio. To use your OOPS token, download the form from the OOPS token page on Canvas, fill it out, and submit it to me via email at least 1 hour before the assignment is due. The OOPS token gives you an automatic 3-day extension. Once I receive your OOPS token, I will respond with the new due date for your assignment. If you should find yourself needing an incomplete at the end of the semester, there are the instructions about that. Communication and email policy. As I said, the best way to communicate with me is via email. You should be aware, however, that I check my email Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and sparingly on weekends. Therefore, you shouldn't expect quick responses if you email after 5 p.m. weekdays or during the weekends. Communication is also key when it comes to any issues or challenges you may have that prevent you from attending class, turning in an assignment on time, or impact your overall performance in class. Communicating with me as early as possible will ensure that I can work with you to maximize your success in the course. So if something comes up, some kind of challenge comes up during the semester that you believe will impact your performance in class, please make sure to email me as early as possible. Waiting until the end of the semester to explain that something was going on throughout the semester is too late. I can't help you at that point. There is the student code of conduct listed, available help and support. As I mentioned, student office hours will be taking place via Zoom. But I highly encourage you to reach out to meet with me, not just about any concerns or questions you may have about the class, but about anything that you may want to talk about. Faculty are usually pretty open to talking with students outside of class, to mentor students. I'm certainly one of those faculty members, so I encourage you to reach out to me. If you need accommodations because of a disability, please make sure to work with the disabilities office on campus so that I can get the information needed and I can make the appropriate accommodations for you. If there are any religious holiday accommodations that you need this semester, please let me know those as well. The rest of this is a list of the various resources that are available on campus for you, like the Student and Community Counseling Center, the Writing Center, the Phoenix Center, which focuses on supporting students that have experienced interpersonal violence. There's a food pantry on campus. There's an office focused on serving veteran and military students, the Center for Identity and Inclusion, and the LGBTQ Resource Center. And I'd like to include these resources on my syllabus as a reminder to students that these resources are available for you on campus should you need any kind of support or should you want to get involved on programming, activities, and so on. In terms of what books and materials you need for this class, the one book you need to purchase is Keywords for Latino Studies, listed there. The college bookstore should have this book. You can also find it online on Amazon. And it's also been requested at the library to be put on reserve. The rest of the syllabus has the list of what we will be doing every week. So for instance, there on week 1, you see that your readings are to read the syllabus, the discussion post guidelines, and this short article on Chicano studies. There are videos for you to watch. And in terms of assignments due by the 22nd will be your discussion post, the syllabus quiz, and a getting to know you survey. And that's pretty much the same pattern for every week. When you see the keywords book listed, these are the readings that you should do from that particular text. Other things that you see listed here are articles that will be available as PDFs in Canvas under the module that they're due. Most weeks you will have readings, videos to watch, and a discussion post. But on other weeks where you have additional assignments, like week 2, you have intro paper part 1 due, those will be listed there as well. And that's pretty much what the rest of the syllabus looks like, telling you what topics we'll be discussing. We'll be discussing on week 2 what these various different names that are used to talk about this population mean. We'll talk about imperialism and war and its relevance to Latinx populations. We'll talk about history, race and ethnicity and Latinidad, Afro-Latinidades. We'll talk about family, immigration and citizenship, language and identity. Then we'll have our spring break. We'll talk about Latinx places and what those mean to the Latinx population, Latina feminisms, queer and trans Latinidades, and then we'll have last few weeks on popular culture, film, and music. And then you have your finals week. And so this is sort of your reference about what we're going to be doing every week. If you want to look ahead of what's coming up, you should know again that this is an introductory course. So what that means is that we're not gonna go into depth in each of these topics, right? For instance, we will talk about Latina feminism in an introductory way. What is it? What kind of subjects does it entail? But because it's an introductory course, we don't have the time to really dig deeper into those themes. So there are other courses, upper level courses that you can take that go deeper into some of these themes. So just sort of to manage your expectations of what we're going to be able to cover throughout the semester. I also want to quickly go over the Canvas page for those of you who may not be familiar with what Canvas looks like. So this is what our Canvas page looks like. Under the syllabus, you will find here basically the same things I just went over. Here, you can download the entire syllabus that I just discussed. For reference, I've created separate pages for some of those sections that you found or that I discussed in the syllabus for easy reference. Under the modules button, here is where you will see what you have to do every week. So this first week, you will see everything listed there, an introduction to the week, what videos you need to watch, the discussion post guidelines for you to read, the article to read, the week 1 discussion to post on, the syllabus quiz to take, and the survey. And so that's how every week is going to look like. It'll have all these different components to it, but everything that you need to do for a given week will appear in that module. So if you want to find other things directly, you can go to the assignments, discussions, your grades, the pages that are available, and so on. But the module really gives you everything that you need to do in one place, so you don't have to go searching throughout the Canvas page. And as I said, if you have any questions about the class after reviewing this video or looking at the syllabus or the Canvas page, please feel free to email me. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. I'm looking forward to the semester with you all. Have a wonderful week.